Hey, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back now. And going into 2026, I have decided I have a whole new outlook on things. Last year, I spent a lot of time trying to take control in situations I had no control over. And that leaves you drained and stressed. I watched people make terrible decisions. I saw people go back to people in toxic relationships. I saw people who said that they deserved more and that they understood their worth and that they were going to be better versions of themselves for the better person that they're looking for, going right back to being who and how they were. Basically, people are on cycles. They just keep regurgitating the same thing that they know. They're familiar. And I think part of that pains me because I'm an empath, but the other part of it stresses me because I don't get it. But I think I finally figured it out. People have to learn the hard way. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes you only really see clearly your mistakes when you've had to suffer through some consequences. And if people who love you and people who care about you and family and friends continue to try to save you every time you stumble, well then yeah, you're gonna keep repeating the same decisions because you never actually had to feel the pain of it. So this year, I am gonna help everybody waste a little bit less time by suffering through some of the bad choices so that you can get to the better side.
You want to know why men don't speak about their feelings? Men have been told at a very young age to suck it up, man up, don't cry, get back up, you gotta be a man, toughen up, we can continue. Men don't speak about their emotions because when they speak to their friends about it, 9 times out of 10 it becomes a laughing, joking matter, and we laugh it off and we don't speak about it again. When they're speaking to their partner about it, it can either cause an argument, get used right back against them, and 9 times out of 10 the words get twisted and it ends up being all about the girl and not about the man. Every single time he tries to communicate and talk, he ends up having to look after the woman because now you're hurt about something that he said that you mistook in the wrong way. And now all the is breaking loose. It's not that men are robots and it's not that men are numb. Men have just learned at a very young age not to open up because all breaks loose when they do.
I want to know who sees my TikToks, so like my video and leave a comment of where you're from.
This is a purely hypothetical question for the ladies of the panel. If you were a single man and you now had to look for a woman to be your wife/life partner, what type or types of women would you avoid?
One who's argumentative, one who doesn't know how to apologize, one who does not take accountability, one who cannot steward a relationship appropriately, one who does not respect me, one who does not show love to her friends and her family, one who does not know how to be a mother, one who does not know how to build a house as well. You can learn how to cook, you can learn how to clean, you can learn how to put some pictures on your wall because I need you to make it a home. One who judges me because when I come to you, I want to know that when I communicate with you, I will not be judged, so I will feel safe. We tell men we want to be safe and we want to be secure. You think they don't want the same thing? That's a basic human need. I couldn't imagine being a man coming to a home and a woman's always arguing with me. What? I got to deal with the world and you mean to tell me my home is not my safety? I got to come to a home with 4 white walls while you going out and having brunch with your girls, but you can't put pictures on a wall. You can't make it homey. You won't even build a basic skill of cooking. You can go out to McDonald's, you say, well, I just don't cook. Well, maybe you can learn. For a moment, make it homey. You don't even pray right.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Ascal Terry Henry, man. And as you can see, child support time. I'm up on the computer, following away, sending letters off for child support. We're doing a class. You know, I normally charge you $990 and up for child support. But we're doing something that ain't never been heard of. You better hurry up and get with me ASAP. For $225, we will be filing your paperwork to get you terminated for child support. Some of you done lost your licenses. Some of you have back pay you're trying to get your money back. You done paid. They done cheated you out of your money. Some of you don't have passports. You need to get in this child support class. If you missed this one, then you need to get in the next one. But you need to get your money in now, ASAP, so that way you can be RSVP for child support. We're doing the class this weekend, this Saturday, but you need to get in soon because we're only doing like 300 people and we're closing that class and then we'll have another one afterwards. But this week, get your child support class in. We can help you. We can help your life. Get you, like I say, driving license, passports, your money back, all that stuff. But you need to know, we normally charge a lot of money. $225 this time. Get in where you fit in. Y'all be blessed.
Red flags specifically in men. Religious men, men with social media, male actors, male models, financially illiterate men, crypto bros. No. Russian men, no. Divorced men with kids. Men who wants an Asian wife because he thinks that we're submissive. I'm not Asian, that. Men that doesn't provide. Musician men. Men who can't cook and clean. Men that are super pro-spiritualism. There's something wrong with you guys. Gamer men. Never had to deal with one, but I heard that it's a pain in the extroverted men, no. Men that go to party without me, no. Men that film podcasts. Cheap men, absolutely no. Men that split the bill when he has female friends.
And a lot of men out here, modern women don't understand this, but a lot of men out here have caught on to the games. They've caught on to the foolishness. Oh, well, I really, really love you. I really, really like you. I really, really see you as a potential partner or somebody that I can really date. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're just trying to keep me on the hook because you want somebody to take you out when you're feeling bored on a Friday. And I don't want to be that. I done already told you that I didn't want to be that. You act like you didn't hear me. I'm going to pass.
Sometimes I think about my friends and I'm like, they're all gorgeous. Every single one of them. Smart as a whip, funny. Every single one of my friends. They all also happen to be a little traumatized and a little mentally not right. And that's how I like them. I'm sorry. Smart, funny, and mentally unwell. It always seems to go together. It's a coincidence? I don't know, but...
If you are dating someone and they do this, it can be an early warning sign of future danger. And I really wish I wouldn't have overlooked this one at the beginning. My name is Carissa and I help you rewire for healthy love. So if that's your thing, like and follow for more. According to narcissist expert Dr. Ramani, one of the first early flags that someone might have or controlling tendencies is this: aggressive driving, because this is about so much more than just their behavior on the road. It's a glimpse into how they handle power, control, and the feelings of those around them. And I'm not just talking about getting the occasional road rage when you're late for work. I'm talking about speeding way above the limit, tailgating so close it feels unsafe, weaving through traffic like they own the road, ignoring stop signs or blowing through red lights. And what's alarming isn't just the threat to your physical safety, it's the mindset that goes behind it. They're showing you that they don't care how it makes you feel or about the danger that they're putting you in. And as Dr. Ramani warns, it's an additional red flag if by you speaking up and expressing that you don't feel safe, it actually provokes them to drive even more aggressively. Because that right there is about control, and it is a massive red flag. And a partner who truly values you will drive in a way that makes you feel secure, not terrified. Meaning they'll see your safety as part of caring for you. So if you're tired of feeling unsafe every time you climb into a vehicle with them, let this be the sign that you're not exaggerating. If you've experienced this, or if you're like me and you wish you could have known this sooner, let me know about it in the chat. And for supportive resources, click the link in my bio.
They're at least told that they should be independent. They're at least told that they should know how to survive, that they should know how to get along without a man. The problem is what that created was women who actively created a lifestyle to do so, which meant that put them in an aggressive situation, because to survive by yourself and to navigate by yourself, you kind of have to be in an aggressive space. Or in some places, it just put women in situations to where they had to depend upon the government, because even if they aspired to do that, they didn't necessarily have the financial means to do so until that made them dependent on the government.
People who are self-aware are probably the hardest on themselves, and nobody talks about that part. You notice every detail about yourself. You notice when you were a little defensive. You notice when you over-explained. You notice when you cared too much, and you notice when you pulled away. Most people don't ever catch their patterns, and you catch yours in real time. And instead of giving yourself credit for it, you turn it into a courtroom. You become the judge, the jury, and the punishment. I know this because I've done it. I've analyzed small flaws in my behavior and obsessed over them as if they completely erased all of my growth. I've held myself to a standard that I would never expect from someone that I love. And that's the quiet weight of self-awareness. You don't just see all your flaws, you magnify them. But here's what took me years to understand. Growth was never supposed to feel like self-rejection. Self-awareness is meant to create compassion, not perfection. You are allowed to be aware and still be human. You're allowed to notice your triggers without shaming yourself for having them. You are allowed to grow without acting like you should already be fully healed. The fact that you reflect, the fact that you care, that already separates you. You don't need to be flawless. You need to be honest and gentle with yourself at the same time. I'm still learning that. And if you're like me, you probably are too.
The majority of women want the finished product man, and the man that is the finished product would not choose the majority of those women. Relationships are not based on me loving you the way that I know how. It's based on me loving you the way you need to be loved. When women say things like, I don't want to teach no man, what you're really saying is, okay, let him treat you how he treats everybody. I think that as long as women are chasing what it looks like instead of what it is, they'll always be unhappy. As long as women are looking for, look at the man that I got on my arm, look at what he bought for me, look at what he did for me. Women don't really want a man. They just want to say they're in a relationship.
If porn isn't a problem, it wouldn't be considered an addiction. You know how many marriages are ruined because people are addicted to porn?
Addictions can cripple a human, and so because of that, it can cripple a marriage, it can cripple parenthood, it can cripple anything.
I actively know a woman who did not marry for love, she married for security.
I mean, a lot of women marry for security.
Is that wrong?
No, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't think there's any love there.
A lot of these modern women, they're losing their shirt. They're losing their shirt in these terrible investments that they made. Out here chasing excitement. Oh, I'm going to go get the bag. Oh, I'm going to go chase this man. Oh, I'm going to go do it for the plot. Putting stock and investing in things that will eventually, as men have told them, and heck, a lot of women have told them, is going to crash and burn. Going to crash and burn. And now, like I said, you are losing your shirt based on the investment that you made. Because now you're trying to come up and say, well, I want a man that's this. He don't want you. He doesn't want you.
These are my red flags in men without explanation. Religious men, men with young kids, vegan men, I don't want to hear about it. Recently divorced, pilots, priests, spiritual men, demonic, I don't care. Crypto bros, men with a podcast, men who go to a podcast. Uneducated men, college educated. Men on social media, I don't care, it's your job. Can't cook, can't clean. Fat men, Russian men, bald men, mother's boys, has a female best friend, London bros, actors. Maybe lawyers I want to read.
Perfume recommendations. You know I used to do that a lot, but I've been wearing the same combination for like over a year now. And when I tell you I get so many compliments, I'm never switching up. I'm never switching up off of this. And honestly, I've been gatekeeping it, and that's the reason why I didn't tell you. But then I was thinking about it the other day, and I was just like, but if you're the only one that's buying it, then the brand might think that people don't really like it like that, and they might stop making it. And I'm not willing to take that risk that they stop selling this, because if they stop selling this, we're going to have a problem. It's Cocoa Shimmy by Sniff. And it's currently on sale with the TikTok shop. That's the reason why I decided to tell y'all about it right now for several different reasons. One, because I need them to never stop making it. Number two, because if you want to try it, you can try it at a discounted price, because I'm about to buy me some more of them. Because the way I go through them, I wear it every day. The way I used to tell y'all how I used to layer with pink sugar, this is my new pink sugar. I layer everything with Cocoa Shimmy. Now I'm on another bottle of Cocoa Shimmy. And what's that? I got 2 brand new Cocoa Shimmies waiting. I do not play about the Cocoa Shimmy. I get compliments everywhere, no matter what I layer it with. But I am going to tell you what I be layering it with in another video. But this one is about Cocoa Shimmy. But again, the only reason why I'm even telling y'all this is because I need Sniff to never stop making it. That is the only reason why I'm telling y'all this, because I truly never wanted to tell y'all about this stuff because I love it that bad. It's a beautiful coconut scent. It layers extremely well with vanillas, and it's long lasting. That's another thing. When I go to wash my clothes, when I had it on, I can still smell it on the clothes. And I love that. I love a good, long-lasting, good-smelling perfume. This the one. That's the one. I don't lie about a perfume, especially one like this that I didn't want to tell you about in the first place.
Welcome this morning to Holy Ground Church Houston. If you don't have a church home and you're looking for someone that's teaching the truth, not just spiritually, but also educationally, also financially, also spiritually, and physically, then Holy Ground Church is the church for you. It's the church for all people, We are definitely just opening. We'll be opening the doors in the month of January, February, March, April 2026. So you might as well start tuning in now on my YouTube channel, seeing what we teach. We don't allow all this foolishness like these other churches. So before showing up, before coming, read our guidelines. Holy Ground Church Inc.com is my website. HolyGroundChurchInc.com is the website. And also look at the messages. We would love to have you, man. We just want to love you with the love of Jesus Christ. You be blessed.
I mean, maybe it's me, but I just feel like it could be so simple to solve so many of our problems today. Like, I mean, and just go with me here, but like, if you're a person who doesn't believe in marriage, like maybe just don't get married. If you don't actually want to be in a relationship with somebody and all that a relationship is, then just don't get in relationships. I mean, I had the craziest thought, but like, what if we took it a step further and people who didn't actually want to take care of kids stopped having them? I mean, poof, there. So many of today's problems solved just in those little thoughts. Like, if you only want to think about yourself and you only want to do for yourself and you only want to prioritize yourself and you just don't have the bandwidth to be able to think about or pour into somebody else, I mean, I just feel like the simple solution would be, I don't know, maybe just like be alone. Like, have friends so that when you want to be around people, you can, and then when you don't, that's okay. I feel like so many issues are because people are being put or dragged in situations that they didn't actually want to be in. It's almost like we have free will.
He's a narcissist and you're not a narcissist for all the times you manipulated him, all the time you gaslit him, all the times you lied, all the times that he started ghosting him, all the times that you decided not to call him, all the times that you decided to just go AWOL and him chasing you around. And he's a narcissist. Every single thing that you have done and said has been narcissistic. Every single time he's tried to communicate with you, speak to you, or have any kind of open, nice conversation with you, you have managed to ruin every single moment. Even your anniversaries, your birthdays, and anything else, it's never been good enough for you. You've always had to put him back in the cage like he's a little puppy. So stop saying to everyone that he's a narcissist, because you've been a narcissist the whole way through this, and then you put on your fake tears and now you become the victim. Girl, you need to grow up. You need to start realizing what the you're doing to men, because you're one of the reasons out there why men are kind of done with women these days.
I want to know who sees my TikToks, so like my video and leave a comment of where you're from.
A lot of times you see men in these situations, they've stopped dealing with instability. These modern women are unstable. They try to blame it on a man. They don't want to take accountability. Unstable. It's a terrible environment for really honestly and truly anybody to be in, but men especially. Modern women, they don't have control of their emotions. They don't have control of their environment, and they don't have good communication skills.
One of the biggest scams I wish more men understood is that if she didn't want you when you didn't have money, she's the worst one you can go after when you finally do. Maybe you can afford her, but that just literally means you can afford for someone to try to come and take the only thing about you that they want, your cash. So why keep chasing these baddies? It's 2026. Maybe we should all learn from the athletes who finally have the stardom, who finally have all this money, notoriety, the spotlight, the attention, and now everybody is throwing themselves at you. You land one, and guess what? There will be a baby coming up. Why? They gotta guarantee the bag, baby. And they gotta guarantee the bag long after they're done with you. So why are men out here chasing money so that they can afford the women who don't want them even after they have all of that? I don't know. But I do wish that you'd start to learn your lesson.
Please, for the love of God, stop sending my videos to your girlfriend or your wife, especially the ones where I'm calling out the women, okay? You are not helping your relationship. You are starting a fight, and more than half of you don't even realize it yet. So I'm going to explain to you guys what happens when you send her my videos, especially with no context. She is not thinking, oh my gosh, this woman is giving great advice. She's thinking, who the is this big boobed, glasses wearing blonde on the internet that my man is listening to? And why does he want me to be like her? Hello, that is an instant threat to her. And now her defense mechanisms turn on and her walls come up. Congratulations. Instead of helping her, you have triggered comparison, insecurity, and feeling attacked. And the message that you were trying to share is lost before it even lands with her. Why? Because nobody likes to feel criticized. So here's what you do instead. Take some notes. You sit down with her calmly and you say something like this. Hey, babe, I found this coach online. I've been watching her stuff, and honestly, it's made me reflect on how I can improve as a man and as a leader in our relationship. I would love to share one with you. Then, and this part matters, you start a video about masculine leadership, how men should communicate better, how men should lead emotionally, and how you men should create safety. She's going to love it, don't you think? And she feels included, not attacked. After that, you slowly introduce the ones about women, intimacy, communication, or polarity. And now, guess what? It feels like growth together, not you pointing fingers at her. When a woman feels emotionally safe, she is open. When she feels blamed or compared, she closes. It's the same message with a completely different outcome. So stop weaponizing self-growth content. Lead first. Own your side first. Invite her into the conversation instead of throwing my videos at her like proof she's doing something wrong. If you want change in your relationship, you do not start with criticism. You start with leadership. That's when we women start to respond to you.
Partner does any of these things, it's a sign something in your relationship needs to change. From a relationship therapist for over 15 years. I used to think these behaviors were normal before I became a therapist, and that's just how they are. That's just how relationships go. But no, healthy love doesn't require you to shrink yourself, beg for effort, or question if you matter. And the truth is, there are people out there who will meet you with care, consistency, and emotional safety without you having to plead for it. So let's talk about a few red flags I see all the time in my psychotherapy room. Number 1, communication that disappears. It's not normal for your partner to ignore you all day, go silent when something's wrong. We're all glued to our phones. If they can scroll TikTok, they can text back. Avoidance and stonewalling are not being busy. They're emotional shutdowns that create distance instead of repair. Number 2, you never know how they feel about you. You shouldn't have to ask to feel appreciated. Healthy partners show care through words, affection, and effort, not only when you're falling apart. Number 3, there's no small kindnesses. It's not about the flowers, it's about the thoughtfulness. When someone knows what makes you smile, but never acts on it, that's not forgetfulness, that's disconnection. Number 4, ignoring or giving the silent treatment. This one is so hurtful. When you share that something's bothering you and they shut down or withdraw, that's not emotional maturity, it's emotional avoidance. And it tells your nervous system, you're alone there. That's the opposite of love. And number 5, they make you feel too much. If they call you dramatic, needy, oversensitive every time you express hurt, that's emotional invalidation. You deserve a partner who wants to understand your emotions, not just minimize them. Number 6, no efforts, no plans. If every hangout feels last minute, if they never plan dates, never initiate connection, it's not that they're chill, it's that they're disengaged. Intentionality is love in action. Number 7, they check out instead of working through things. Every relationship hits tension, but when things get hard, one person bolts, it's often because emotional discomfort feels unsafe. Love requires repair, not running. So here's what I tell my clients. If you're constantly over-functioning for the relationship, it might be time to pause and ask, what would it look like to be loved with reciprocity? Because that exists. There are partners who will meet you halfway, show up in the messy moments, choose to grow with you instead of against you.
I want to give you 6 red flags to be aware of so you don't find yourself in a dynamic where you're really hurt or where you've shut it all up. Number 1, submit yourself to leadership with your eyes wide open, with your antennas up, and pay attention. Do not put any leader on a pedestal. They don't belong there. People are people. They can really mess up, and you don't want to follow a person. That is never the posture or the position you take. Nobody is above falling. Number 2, when you're in an environment where you are not allowed to question the leadership or the practices of that organization or that church or that ministry, that's a red flag. I'm not talking about just a congregant or a person with an opinion. I'm talking about if you're in the leadership of that church. Number 3, control. When the leadership team is very controlling of everything, meaning they tell you who you can affiliate with and who you can't. They try to control your belief system. You cannot disagree with things or you're going to be ostracized. No one should control you. No one. No one should have that much power over your decision making. You are in control of you. Spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is basically when there is a situation, instead of calling a spade, we're going to spiritualize that problem. Instead of addressing an issue, instead of addressing a toxic behavior or unresolved, trauma, they will spiritualize that problem. The next thing I want to share is people who have woo-woo theories and theologies, massive red flag. When someone is constantly trying to explain their behavior or their position and they use scripture and their belief system, there's always another layer, another level, another revelation, another vision, massive red flag. Jesus was deep, but he was simple. We serve a God that is not a God of confusion. The last thing that I think is a very important red flag, when there is no oversight. When you have nobody that you can go to that will actually step in and correct it. I hope these red flags will help you into identifying when you're in a healthy context and when you're not.
You want to see something hypocritical? I mean, this shit is comical. I've said it multiple times, but do y'all want to see something hypocritical? Oh, you know how the Democrats, are trying to stonewall the SAVE Act and don't want the SAVE Act passed, and that they claim that, it's discrimination against married women and Black people because apparently married women and Black people are incapable of getting an ID. Do you remember that? Do you remember that logic? And that, their sycophant followers are like, yeah, because it's going to disproportionately affect Black people and married women, and that we shouldn't have to have an ID to go and vote. You remember that? All right, let me show you something. Look what I got in the mail. Right. Because you already know that when he says something, people are just going to blindly vote and they're not going to ask questions. But that's beside the point. What does this say? What does this say? Vote early in person now through April 18th. Remember to bring an acceptable form of ID when you vote. But yet it's the same Democrats that do not want the Save America Act passed. The fact that Barack Obama is endorsing an election that is essentially stealing the voice and the votes of 2/3 of the Virginia population is quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Because he already knows what the deal is. The timing of this election is so obvious to anybody who understands politics. But because it's him and you gotta, put him in the mix, therefore the 13% will vote blindly. Liberals will vote blindly because if Barack Obama says it's okay, then it's okay. No, it's not okay. It is not okay. This is hypocrisy. But the fact that he's endorsing this is the icing on the cake of the most biggest hypocritical move that the Democratic Party is doing. And the fact that the only justification that people have to vote yes is, but Texas did it, but Florida did it, but North Carolina did it. And y'all claim to be the most educated demographic, the most college educated demographic. Dude, a kindergartner knows that is wrong. A 4th grader knows that is wrong. But y'all claim that y'all the most college educated demographic, but you cannot, in good faith and conscience, say with your whole chest why voting yes is even ethical or morally right. But you're okay with the fact that select individuals' voices are being stolen. The vote is being stolen because you want to ensure that you see power for every single election moving forward.
The real issue, or one of the real issues, came when men started protecting themselves. Men adapted, men switched up. Men said, no, we're not going to keep on doing that. We're not going to keep on playing the game to where you only win, you only get something out of it, and I don't get anything out of it. We're not going to keep on doing that. No, absolutely not. This is the type of woman that you are. You belong to the streets. And now modern women are mad because men, and actually some men did know what's going on, because men are telling you, hey, I know your game. I've just been trying to give you a little leeway to stop, and you act like you can't stop. You won't keep on acting silly. And I'm telling you now, the game is up.